Welcome to Storytime with Trang, Truc. Are you ready for a magical story? Let's begin. The Boy Who Cried Wolf. A powerful lesson in honesty. Long ago, in a peaceful village nestled between green hills, there lived a young boy who took care of his village's sheep. Every morning, as the sun rose gently over the fields, he would walk the sheep up to the grassy hills, where the breeze whispered and the wildflowers bloomed. But the days were long, and the fields were quiet. The boy had no one to talk to, no one to play with. His heart slowly filled with loneliness. He would hum tunes, talk to the sheep, and even count clouds, but nothing could shake the boredom. One quiet afternoon, as the sun hung lazily in the sky, the boy sat on a rock, resting his chin on his hand. Then, a mischievous idea crept into his mind. What if I pretend a wolf is coming? Just to see what happens, he whispered to himself, a small grin forming on his lips. He stood up, took a deep breath, and shouted with all his might, "Wolf! Wolf! A wolf is attacking the sheep!" Hearing the boy's cries, the villagers dropped what they were doing and rushed up the hill, with sticks, shovels, and worried hearts. But when they arrived, all they saw was the boy laughing and rolling on the grass. "There's no wolf?" asked one man, breathing heavily. "Nope," the boy giggled. "It was just a joke." The villagers were not amused. They shook their heads and walked back down the hill in silence. The next day, boredom crept in again. The wind blew softly through the trees, and the sheep grazed lazily. The boy sighed. Then, with a glint of mischief in his eyes, he shouted once more, "Wolf! Wolf! Help! The wolf is back!" Again, the villagers ran up the hill, and again, they found no wolf. "Why would you lie again?" asked a woman, clearly upset. The boy shrugged, chuckling. "It's just a little fun." But this time, the villagers left angrily, their trust beginning to fade. On the third day, the sun was setting, painting the sky in orange and gold. Suddenly, from behind the bushes, a pair of glowing eyes appeared. A real wolf, with sharp claws and hungry growls. The boy's heart raced. He jumped up, terrified. "Wolf! Wolf! Help! Please!" he cried, louder than ever before. But the villagers heard him and shook their heads. "That boy again," they muttered. "No more lies," said one. "Let him deal with his own games." No one came. The wolf snarled and chased the sheep into the woods. The boy cried and begged, but the wolf was fast and fierce. He watched helplessly as his flock disappeared into the forest. That evening, the boy walked back to the village alone. His steps were slow and his heart heavy with guilt. He whispered to the villagers, "I'm sorry. I lied and I lost everything." The villagers looked at him with soft eyes. They didn't scold him, his tears had said it all. From that day forward, the boy never told lies again. He learned that trust is like a mirror. Once broken, it's hard to fix. But through honesty, patience, and kindness, trust can be rebuilt. And though the lesson was painful, it became the most important one he would ever learn. Thank you for listening to today's story. What did you learn from the boy who cried wolf? Always remember, being honest builds trust, and trust is precious. See you next time on Storytime with Trang, Truc.